Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to the dankest of dungeons. Am I recording? Good. I have another window up on my monitor so I can't see it. Win or lose. It is happening today. Maybe not literally today if you're on YouTube. We're going to be putting up, maybe a break in between. But today on Twitch, within the next couple of regions, win or lose, we are done with this campaign. We have 4 days. 60 is the limit. We're in day 56. We have time to do 4 jumps, basically. I actually did a test earlier. You do not get a day 60th. You get a day 59th, and then you get 1 region after that. So, we're at 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. That would be too many. We have to move down, over, and there's room for 1 rest in between. So here's my plan. We are in the safe house. The Bearer's Bugle is under attack and to our south. Then we have the Watchful Crow, then the final route. I would like to go here to the Bearer's Bugle. It is a provisioner-centric inn. Then we'll rest, it'll restock the inn, then we'll move down and move over. That way we can stack up as many items as possible for our characters. Our inn items, most of them last for 3 regions. As a result, 1, 2, 3, we can actually get away with using our inn items right now. So I'm going to start that process. We have bleed resist, disease resist, or blight resist rather. Speed ups, additional speed items, crit on the grave robber. Let's start giving things out, shall we? Grave robber, take your crit. Actually, before we do anything, I want to buy the wild tea and try to remove bum leg from the occultist. Move resistance is going to be kind of important on this fight. Perfect. 20%, but we can buff that with other items that we can pick up. Okay. Plus speed. Everyone. Plus speed. Everyone. Grave robber crit. Round start stealth. I want that on the grave robber so she can use her abilities that benefit from stealth. Plus speed for 1 region. I want the Crusader to have the crit trinket. So I'm gonna give him a speed up. And then we're gonna give a speed up to anyone else who might be slow. Runaway, I would love to give the Runaway big speed buffs. We're gonna give the Runaway a speed buff. Fatigue heal, we're gonna wait 1 more in before we use this because we're currently maxed fatigue at 30/35. We'll do 1 more region, then we'll give this stuff out. Yeah, we will. Strength and dodge. I will give strength and dodge to Reynaldo. He got stressed out, that's fine. Armor repair kit for block. We're gonna be giving this to, I would like to give it to the Runaway and to the Occultist, but maybe we'll just give both of these to the Occultist first. You know what? No, let's split it up a little bit. Bleed resist and blight resist. I want the Crusader to be immune to bleed and blight. I would like the Runaway to also be immune to bleed and blight. Runaway is probably a little bit more important. Crusader doesn't need to be immune. Runaway does, because I'm gonna give the we're gonna be dealing with trinkets too. I wanna give the Runaway Fate's Foreteller so that when she resists bleed and blight, she just gets passive healing. So let's give her 3 of these. And I'm gonna give her 3 of these. Squeamish. She probably can't get any more of these. because of squeamish. That's how it stops you from just stacking them all up on one person, I suppose. I'm gonna give the rest of these to the Crusader. Well, two of the bleed ones, one of the blight ones. And then we have one bleed one remaining. Let's give this one to the Occultist. Because everyone else is basically at 90 or 95%. Give this one to the Occultist. Speed bag. Dodge token at round start. Give this one to the Occultist. Good stuff. Cleared out a lot of the inventory right there. Provisioner. Combat items, no. We want more in items. Knotted tug rope for 3 regions. It's expensive. We're gonna get more items available at the next inn, so I might not want to buy pretty much anything right now. So let's see what else we have available here. Combat items. Cat food. We're not going to be rolling cat food in on that boss fight. In fact, we're probably going to take the wheels off and replace it with something else. Ideally, maybe like a medicine chest. I was looking. There is a food barrel item. If food in inventory is greater than or equal to 10, we get resolute chance bonuses. On top of that, I was thinking alembic and retort. A chance to produce more concoctions and powders would be nice. I was also thinking of the pet that we have here available in the current inn. The rabbit. If we stack up food, we could probably get like 20 or 30 food in our inventory, plus 6, 7 HP on everybody. That's not that bad. But we are limited in kind of our stagecoach size at this point, aren't we? Like we can't equip everything. But we're not really getting a lot of value out of the cat, especially on the final boss. I think I would prefer something that gives me a little bit more concrete benefit. I would love to get more heals and then use medicine chest. We don't need to equip it now, we only need to equip it when we're doing the final fight. I think chance to produce concoction and powders is going to be huge. Because if it makes Nightshade concoction, I will be very happy. So that would be 22 plus 14 plus another 22 for the pet. So we're talking 44 plus 14, 58 of our baubles to buy that stuff. I'm really considering that. Because my plan is if we can walk into the fight with the pet, with a lot of food, we also get a resolute bonus chance, which might come in handy. Not a bad idea. Of course, the other thing is that we also, yes, I was thinking about the signal flares. Having a couple of these on hand, just in case someone dies, could enable us to get through the fight. It is tempting to bring like 2 of these for 26. But I really want to save my money. I don't want to buy it right here. Ideally, we would buy this at the 3rd inn, just before we go into the final area. I'm going to take the alembic. I want to produce as much as possible. We're going to get rid of the wheel.
Reconfigure.
We're going to get rid of the cat
on its own terms.
Because we're going to be entering the fight with basically all medical gear equipped, which is not the worst thing in the world, but let's just go for the extra health with the other pet here, the rabbit. So we'll hold on to the cat. No reason to dump it quite yet. Food barrels, you know. Resolute chance. That's not bad. Just need to hope your flare hero isn't the one that dies. Yeah, that would be like the Crusader in that case. Put it on him. Resolute chance. We're not really going to be dealing with... We're not going to have a good way of reducing stress during the fight. So the food barrels might be appropriate. I don't think this boss really does too much in the way of stressing you out though, but it still might be nice just to have it. For 14, it takes us down to 18. We'll probably be able to buy one thing at the next shop. Sure, I will take it. Don't need to equip it yet though. We have to, by the way, we have to deal with the cat here because this is the only inn that has the Wainwright. This is the only place we can put on a pet. If we try to do it here, we won't be able to. So I think we'll just replace the pet now, which we did, right? I think we did. Good thing. Okay. We're gonna be buying also a lot more things like this at the next couple of inns. Restoratives that repair fatigue. Adrenaline tonic, anything that is health, we're gonna buy. I'm also gonna change a couple of the paths, but we don't have to do that yet. We can do it at the third inn. We're gonna have Deadeye Grave Robber, and we're gonna have the Arsonist Runaway for the fire piercing. The boss does have 40% fire resistance. That would reduce this down to 7% if we took her path. I think that just about does it. That's my plan. Is there anything left to buy? Don't buy anything if it's expensive. We'll have better prices later. Combat items. Light is cheap and we're going to want it. So I'm gonna buy 4 light and then that's it. The inn items, they don't give me enough value, I think. And we don't want anything else. Okay. And I'll pay baubles to repair if we have to. Hopefully we don't have to though. So we're gonna produce, and increase production of poultices. We have the medicine chest and the food barrels for later. The wheels we're just gonna hold on to so that they don't appear again. And then combat items, we're gonna be buying a lot at the next couple of inns. Fatigue heal, are we gonna wait? Yeah, we'll wait because it's not gonna increase that much now that we're at 30%. And we're gonna move down.
Trenches
Set route.
and tents. The front lines
Let's
of
do
a
it.
war that was never fought.
Just want to make sure that we are in the clear here. Mastery points. We'll do it later. The thing is, I'm stacking up a lot of inn buffs right now. I really wonder what the ideal balance is of this boss, of the Kingdom's Game mode. Because if you just stack up inn buffs, you can literally become immune to all of his DOT effects, which is very funny. It's another layer.
Resignation.
I don't want to do another layer. I'm probably going to skip it. We'll do the double combat instead. We would get a lot of benefits, but we won't get the trophy, and it's probably more of a risk than it's worth. There's no reason to do it really. Although he's really not that resistant to burn. We've got a lot of burn on our units. I'm not going to do it. If I had more people. I don't have people. They're all
Perhaps
dead.
You're finding your courage at last.
So we're gonna chill on that. I'd rather just do a couple of combats. It's funny though that we have another opportunity at the general when for so long we have not been able to actually find him at all. Or any other layers for that matter. 23 damage.
Let us hope.
Everyone
finish
should
this
be
quickly.
very powerful right now because we have lots of in buffs. We're basically immune to DOTs, which is really nice on the unit who randomly DOTs herself. Be 4 damage. That will kill you though in 2 turns. For now. You don't want to risk your run on a single layer? The thing is that you get a lot of money. You would get a lot of trinkets and baubles and relics paid for in blood. So we could, theoretically, get more out of it and then go to the shop and then spend a lot of money, but I don't really want to risk it. Collect all trophies for bragging rights. There's just no point. Okay. Man, our 35% fatigue is absurd. Now, I haven't even talked about it, but I would also be changing up the trinkets on people for that boss fight. What would we be doing? Can't reduce the stress. I would be giving the Crusader
Another impediment.
the crit
Cleared with impunity.
and the damage buff trinket, the one that he currently has. So every theoretically other turn, he would be generating a crit. His speed is 12. The Wanderer has a high crit chance already, so she doesn't really need it as much. He also does burn, so we might just use his Zealous Accusation as a burn, but I haven't thought of, I got a couple of thoughts about that as well. The Runaway, I will be giving the trinket that gives her better piercing. Burn salve, freaking useless, man. Yeah. I'll be giving her the trinket that gives her better debuff resistance piercing because I would really like for the smoke screen to apply. And we'll be giving her the trinket that gives her a 20% heal when she resists a DOT, which should happen a lot of the time. So the idea is that if she ever gets hit by the malediction or that front line attack that hits really hard, she's gonna be in the front, but she'll just heal off of that. Connie says, I tried a Banneret Crusader this week and it's actually kind of fun. If that's the Crusader I'm thinking about, that might be the one that applies regen to himself and then gives that regen to other people, like 1-to-1. He copies the regen from himself, if that's the one I'm thinking of. There's a couple of different Crusaders. I might just roll Wanderer, though, and not deal with that too much, just to make sure that it's going to be a little bit simpler.
Can make all the difference.
That might be Templar, says Connie. Well, then I don't know what Banneret is off the top of my head. Man, we do not have a lot of health. Good lord. Let's put out a stun. Resisted it. Unfortunate. We will not be stunning the boss that often. Big Boss has 70 or so % stun resistance. So on a crit, we have a 50-50 chance, basically. Still might be worth it, but I really like the idea of stunning blow and weakening curse removing strength and crit tokens, and then vulnerability hex removing dodge and block. And then if we apply vulnerability, or if we apply weakness, that also counteracts future block and future strength from the boss. I think we can actually keep him kind of locked down pretty nicely.
A master stroke.
So, you know, I've got thoughts. I've got thoughts. There's an execution, death blow. Unfortunately, you are going to get an attack out, but that's okay. So, yeah, I've got thoughts. How will any of this actually work out? I don't know, but we'll deal with it at the final inn because we don't need to deal with it at all until we get there. We have, that's the mastery trainer. It's going to be very cheap pathing. Very cheap repathing of our characters. Changing of their paths, you know what I mean. Sorry, I got something like caught in my throat. But yeah, my hope is that with enough in buffs, we will be immortal. And maybe that's one way in which you can beat kingdoms, is that if you are behind, you can just grind out a bunch of in items and go from there. And now that I understand the mechanics a little bit better, wow, that's actually really good. Now that I understand the mechanics a little bit better, maybe what we can do is, if we do another Kingdoms run, we know how to do it better now.
Or forgotten. It is ours now.
Strength, crit, or speed. You get one of those. Still fine. You know, if I had to do this again, I would definitely... Ooh, we got two of them. I would definitely, the boss doesn't stun. Clarifying poultice is bad.
A simple choice. At least it should be.
If that's combat, that would be ideal. You know what? Let's go for it. Yeah, like if you can just stack up enough in buffs and just become immortal, anyone can do it on any run. If you know what to expect, you can get the good stagecoach items that produce things, and from the beginning of the game, start producing things. Try to find the baby boss. Try to get the plus 25 inventory items that you can store in your stagecoach, and then you'll have infinite inventory. Well, this is exceptionally dangerous. You gotta go. You're not a bullseye Barret, but you still have to go. You're dazed! You're gonna be doing a piercing bolt volley or a serrated bolt volley. You're gonna do the second one, which is bleed.
Upon closer inspection?
Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. It could just be over here. We'll weaken you. It's the best thing that we can do. She resisted the taunt.
Steady
That's
yourself.
an annoying crit. That's a bleed. And then here comes the big attack. Okay, you know, we got some bleed out there, but no one's on death's door yet. Okay, there's still another annoying ass dude who can hit everyone though. And our health is mighty low. It's okay, Cauterize will come out next turn. It's a bad time for death's door, but... If you repartee and Cauterize, it does absorb a lot of damage, but I really need to get rid of this. Crusader can, he has strength, okay. So let's repartee and Cauterize.
Solidarity
That was a dangerous
may
turn.
arrest this collapse.
It was a very dangerous turn. He is gonna get the shot off. No, Crusader's gonna take care of it. Does the Crusader need help? No, his damage is good enough. So what are you gonna do? Heal?
A small
Heal.
foundation of trust.
Literally the minimum damage was equal to his maximum health.
Petty
Good.
hindrance.
Okay. When you only have 19 health, it's very easy to get one shot, and so I'm scared. He is burning. I do appreciate that. We don't need to run and hide, I don't think. Dead of Night, I don't really want you to be in... Well, everyone's got a dodge token, and you're out of taunt. Maybe I do want a Dead of Night. Just a stress relief and also move him forward with the Crusader. Okay. How are we looking? Still scared. Heal you up. You're not gonna be bled. You have 95% bleed resist. I'm okay with this. That's an annoying focus fire, but she did get a block token anyways, so, I mean, that helped a lot. Getting crit for 19. It's unfortunate. You're bleeding.
A calculated generosity.
As long as we can do... Oh, God, we still have to do the freaking... The heck? Oh, yeah, that attack goes through the guard. I forgot. We still have to do the siege, which is going to be dangerous. How do these zombies have so much power on their swings? I do not know. We good? Anything that reduces stress? No. Or faith, battle heal? No. I'm just looking to see if anyone has anything. I guess you can eat a corpse and reduce your stress by 1. Critical corpse eating! And you don't have anything. Okay. I'm a little scared of the siege.
The past is gone.
10 relics, that's pretty good. We need all the money we can get. We're gonna be doing 2 shops with nothing in between. This is still a heal, right? Might be. Bleed resist, gain on bleed resist, -1 stress. These enemies don't bleed. The siege enemies, they blight. I could swap out some trinkets and whatnot right now. Oh my God, drive straight. You know what, let's do that. I actually think it would be beneficial. Oh my God, that's huge. More blight resist. Oh, 75% more blight resist. I love you. So the thinking about the trinkets is that I would like, I think, to have the crits. The runaway, I want to have heal whenever she resists a DOT. And honestly, with the corrupted bile gland, that's a good combo. When she gets hit, she resists and heals. Yeah, you know, I kind of like that. I do. The other option, the other thing I was going to give her was debuff resistance piercing, but we can do that on the boss fight. You can take this to gain random buffs, and you're going to keep Sparkle Ball. The other thinking is if we have Fate's Foreteller on resist, or on bleed, on DOT resist heal, combo that with the Pulsing Heart. Whenever you get bled for 1, you'll resist it and then heal 20% instead of getting the regen. So there's a couple of effects there that could be interesting to think about. Oh, that's huge. But I really want her to have the debuff resistance piercing so we can apply blind.
Can make a critical difference.
You're in the back. Annoying. Let's burn you.
Stupendous.
Big. Didn't get a crit this time around. That's okay. Let's repartee. This is kind of your job. You're a weird dodge tank. Do we want a weakening curse? Probably. Could stun him too. Very resistant to it. We're gonna go slow here. Put up a taunt. Hate that it weakens him, but that's okay. Good dodge. Thundering Hooves. A knockback, but not really a bad one. You get a strength token. Turn start, you get the crit token. Round start in siege battle, 20% chance of a strength token. Okay. You've got taunt out. Annoying. Hearthlight can hit the unit in the back. Applied combo at the very least. You still don't have... Good crit. You still don't have A natural crit token, but that's okay.
Bravo!
Great crit. We should hopefully be able to kill him with dot. No, we're not gonna be able to kill him with dot, are we? Vulnerability hex? Killing him through the vulnerability would be hard, but not impossible. I might just go for the damage in the back. Just make sure that this guy's dead next turn. Good sparkle ball. And he is in fact dead, as long as he doesn't move. Okay, so I think you're gonna get your berserk, but let's try to smoke you out. 20% debuff resist should work. Could stun you too. Ideally, we would get a crit token. If not, that's okay. You are dead. You are not. %99% chance of a crit. I mean, that would trigger Death's Door once, but he's not gonna die because he's berserk. It would weaken him, but we've got a taunt up. It weakens him, you know, I can't deny that. Actually, you know what? We can kill him. Because with vulnerability, we'll actually do damage.
Well done.
Oh, but he had a second token. That's stupid. It's fine. It's not like the Crusader had anything else to do on his turn. Okay, so she healed for 20 and then 7 on an attack that hurt her. I gotta love that move. That's a pretty good move. Healing all of your health by getting hit, that's pretty solid.
An unavoidable end.
Natural crit.
Straightforward.
Yeah, we're okay.
And effective.
Oh yeah, for the occultist, I think I might want to give him the power buff. I might want to give him Chaotic Offering and then Anamnesis to apply a debuff on the boss where he gets more DOT affected, or effects. Hey, I can bring a full stack of Tribe Caller Bells in, that's okay.
Come what may, we are safe
Peacemaker,
within these walls.
Why not? Oases, field hospitals, hoarders. We have to do this now, let's do it. Four guys. I think we can handle 4 guys.
These reservists make an impressive train band.
Impressive training band. The annoying thing here is their weakness. Let's take a look at their trinkets. If the flame is low, that'll never happen. Melee skills execution, okay. Healing received from skills buff, blight resist, and end turn, 50% chance to take an extra action, 50% chance of a stun resist. That would be perfect with all of those stun resist poultices we have, if only I had the pocket watch. That's incredible. She got an extra action, beautiful. Hit it again. Extra action? No, it only does it once. It only does it once. That's kind of cool, though. Should I combo you? Nah. You were weak anyways. Weak. I am running a little bit of a gamble there. Oh, maybe not. Heal up. These guys are easy. Just don't die. There's a trinket that gives you 100% stun resist and positive tokens on a stun resist. That would be a good one to have as well. But if you, the thing is that if you can do it with poultices, why not, right? Because that's free. It doesn't take up an inventory slot, and then you can roll, you know, get a crit token 50% of the time. That's a pretty good one. One HP, huh? Should have stunned you, I guess. Not that it's really gonna matter. We do have 2 Berserk coming up. Not like it's really gonna matter. Yeah, heal. You have a bonus turn? Nope. But also we didn't get stunned either. Like there was no stun resist at all. Can you get a bonus action and the stun happening at the same time? It says one or the other, but we didn't get either. I don't think we got either. I guess just like, yeah, apply a combo. Just block, I guess. These are the easiest of the tribesmen. We seem to be getting the extra turn more often than not. It's the true gamble option, isn't it? It's the true, you know, it could completely ruin you by taking your action over and over again, or it can keep giving you free actions. The true gamble. We got it again. How weird. Impressive! Sorry, I had to, you know, fill in the gap. Guy in the front is the last one to kill. All right. Let's get. Sorry, I can't read that.
Dig deep. Find the metal.
I'm too stressed, man.
Demands.
Siege, don't care. We'll be dead by then. All right.
Each improvement.
I like gain something when I open up the map.
Your fate.
So this is our best opportunity to buy things. We're gonna be buying things. We're gonna be buying a lot of things, hopefully on the cheap. Combat start 1 token, not good enough. Let's start divvying out what we have, and I think we will start worrying about the fatigue heal, because their fatigue is so high. So we have Blight Resist. We should give these to the Crusader. He's gonna be in the front all the time, so let's make sure he doesn't get blighted. Boom, done. Fatigue heal, Death Door resist for 3 regions. You get 1, you get 1. Round start, strength or crit, or speed. You. What did you get? You picked up strength from the blasphemous idol. Stun resist. You know, the Crusader has good resist. I'm just gonna spread this out because I don't know what to do with it. And that's all of our in items taken care of. Let's buy more. Tug rope is on the cheap. Speed bags on the cheap. Wine is on the cheap. Stitching kit for the fatigue heal, that's pretty cheap. But I do want more blight resist, more bleed resist, and fire resist is gonna help out a lot for the runaway, so she's gonna take more of that if we get it. Grave robber or occultist getting blight resist. Put this on the grave robber. Burn resist goes on you. The boss doesn't burn, but I still want it out there. And we'll put bleed resist on you. I can make her completely immune to blight by giving her this trinket. So 65% is good enough on her, I think. What else can we buy? Speed bag, yes. Knotted rope, I think, yes. You're gonna be doing physical damage. Speed bag, put it on the occultist. I'd like him to dodge when he gets hit by big attacks. Stimulating poultice. Remove negative quirk, 67%. If burning, that's not gonna matter. Squeamish is not gonna matter. Actually, no one except for the Crusaders' relationship perks need to be removed. But we could buy it and hold it for later, at least. Plus 5% damage per positive token. That could be a lot of damage. It's expensive, but I will buy it. A gilded casket wasted on some dusty old bones. Like calls, I answer. We're buffing the hell out of these units. Fatigue heal 10% for 6. I don't think we can fatigue heal here. Not at all. But I think that it's probably worth it. We will be resting here, passing time, which will give us more fatigue heal, but I would like to get it over with. Speaking of fatigue heal, cheap fatigue heal, we're gonna buy it. Restoratives, we're gonna buy it to stack it. Bombs, I don't think we're going to need. We'll bring in whatever we can, but then we'll just take like the 2 that's on the runaway, and we'll just pop them when we need to like remove tokens from the back line. I guess we'll buy healing salve. And I don't even want to buy the signal flares. Let's try to not die. Ah, good stuff. Do we have food? Yes. Are we gonna buy a lot of food? I would like to buy a lot of food. I just wonder if we might be better off saving the money, because we just spent half of our cash, right? So let's save the rest of our money, re-roll the shop. Yeah, none of the rest of this really piques my interest. So we will wait. 57. Then it'll be 58, then here we'll be at 59, and that's the last day.
Let us face the coming cruelties.
Rough patches deal
undaunted.
additional real damage. Oh, hell. It's okay. Their relationship, I guess, ended. That's based off of days, not by regions. But everything else that I've been giving them will last long enough. Okay, Provisioner, what do you have? More blight resist, more burn resist. We're gonna add both.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
I am gonna change your path. 100% burn resist, 95/95, pretty good. Cultist, you take more resists. We don't need speed bag. We have enough speed. More natural crit on the grave robber. It's expensive. Whew. More burn damage dealt by the runaway if stealthed. Oh man. That's real tempting. I think we want speed bag and the repair kit. No stitching kit, unfortunately. Could buy another tug rope. Armor kit, armor kit, armor kit. The armor kit on... Armor kit and speed bag, I think, both go on you, cultist. Can stack up more healing salves and more smelling salts. You know, we should use these in the combat. Well, what are we going to bring into the combat? Let's think about this. A full stack of adrenaline tonic. We could bring in as many healing salves as possible. Tribe Caller Bell, strength tokens and block tokens. Actually sounds pretty good. High stress though. And then maybe the bomb, maybe disengagement stratagem. I don't think we need to buy too many more combat items. I will buy the heals though. They will stack. Do we want fatigue healing? I think we do. Do I want to buy? You know, I've not been even paying attention to these. We have baubles. I should have looked earlier. We can't do anything with the pet. We can't equip it. And the trinkets are pretty meaningless. Movement resistance, maybe. Maybe. So if we make the runaway change paths, and we give her burn piercing, she can do a lot of burn damage with this. +3 burn dealt. I think we will buy it. And I might actually not buy anything else, because I'm just thinking about it now. We have to save our money so that we can change the paths later. So if I buy this and use it, she does a ton of burn. A ton of burn. I will use these to reduce fatigue. I will use these to... Oh God, what happened to it? We'll use these to reduce fatigue. We'll save our money, because at the next inn, we will have to
learn what can be taught.
Pay for changing paths.
Just a little taller.
It's only gonna. It's either gonna be 12 or less, but that means we do have to get 24 to change 2 paths. It might be even cheaper because it's the mastery trainer. That would be ideal. But I think we got some good stuff out of this. Yeah, that was a pretty good shop, I think. There's no war drums for movement resist, which is unfortunate. I would love to put that on the occultist. I guess we're not going to be buying a lot of food. I thought we would have a lot more money to buy food, but we really don't. Early, you know, that would be really nice to stack up food for the pet rabbit. Pet rabbit might just be useless, and if it is, it is. Whatever.
Repaired and refurbished.
We still have these items here. Yes, we do. Let's move on. There's nothing else for us to do. Mud says, how many days left? 1.
Timbers of the coastal villages.
We're beelining the boss fight, and then that's it.
And secret.
I like what we have. We're very strong. We are stacking up these buffs. Good God. Let's do it. So you have crit and plus 20% damage, better healing and sparkle ball. For now, I'm going to keep you with the murder weapon, but we'll swap things out in a minute. And we're going to keep you with corrupted bile gland, but I will probably give you debuff resistance piercing when we hit the boss. Let's make sure we're going in the right direction. Down. We're going down to the shroud. We're going down to the shroud.
Isolated and drowning in amphibious degeneracy.
Hit items, the real MVP, says Connie. Yes. And again, I'm still curious, like, if this is the appropriate balance. That you can just stack up infinite in items and then hopefully just crush the boss. Pocket light. I've got pocket light. We're gonna want that for the tundra path to the boss.
Propriety floats listless on the tide.
So combat, 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 or hovering polyhedra. What is hovering polyhedra? I will look it up. Eternal dust or true entropy. Okay, what are those? What are those? Dust. Dust. What? Oh, ethereal dust. It gives you your limited use abilities back. And then entropy, I know what that one is. I don't even have to pay attention to it. Gain a random token. Completely random. It could be a negative, it could be a positive. I know what that one is. So I'm probably gonna do combat because we need the money. That's how I feel about this. Combat, question mark, combat, 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 lots of combat. Space meth and content trinket, says Connie. Pretty much. Oh, I hiccuped again, ow. Man, it's really nice to, you know, have HP again. She was at 19 before, good lord. Yeah, even against this guy, the 40% debuff resist, you expect that to block the blind pretty frequently, don't you? So we will use fatigue reduction, and then smack. Crit for 20 seems a little low. We will use fatigue reduction. And we will... Well, we're already working on you and you guard, so let's weaken and curse you and save the vulnerability hex for when you probably give us, or give yourself block. Doblet Matutino, welcome, ahoy.
Malaise, measured.
I guess we're not going to be dealing with you. Horror. We should make sure we have... We have Inspiring Cry. Good. I was also thinking about, for the boss fight, maybe doing Reap for the self-heal potential on the Crusader. He's not going to have healing trinkets. We're going to have to heal him with the Occultist constantly. Having a really good option for keeping him healed up would actually be kind of nice, I think. Double armor break, he's dead. Do I need to play Darkest Dungeon 1 to understand what's happening in Darkest Dungeon 2? You do not need to play Darkest Dungeon 1 to understand what's happening in Darkest Dungeon 2. The only thing is that people are going to be mad at you if you ever talk down to the narrator. And if you didn't play Darkest Dungeon 1, you're not gonna know, man. 80% crit. All these crits are also really good at reducing stress. We might not need to worry about stress at all, honestly. Quark says, man, I'm pressure cooking a pork shoulder to make carnitas. It smells really good. It won't be done for a while, but it's like torture. Man, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything today. It is 8 p.m. I have not even had breakfast. I've not had lunch. I was a fool. I jumped straight into the stream, and I regret everything. Most epic stuff I did in Darkest Dungeon 1 was killing the Baron. Baron? Who's the Baron? Which one's the Baron? I don't remember. That random trinket is really fun with the true random mod where it allows you to get literally any token, says Draft. Like, you could get burn. That is kind of funny. Combat items, relics. Relics, yes, money, please. Hopefully it's a lot. 18 is pretty good. I don't care about the light. I don't even need, combat light item. Who cares? Okay. We want to go hard right.
The unknown awaits. Be wary.
Oh, the bear! Oh, Crimson Court from the Baron from the Crimson Court. That's what I mean. Yes. Ah, man, the Baron was an asshole. All of those guys were tough in the Crimson Court DLC. 3 stimulating poultices. We're gonna have the speediest team of all time. Mud says, I'm making a pot pie. It's gonna be like 90 minutes. Aw, man. You guys are making so much good food, and here I am just playing video games. All your relationships are gonna last 1 day. We might have to buy a lot of whiskey to try to force the relationships. We don't have to, but it would be nice. Infectious enemies, more duration. It's not that bad. 46% chance of a crit on the cabin boy. Annoying that we missed. And you're blinded because we don't have any light. Hearthlight does ignore blind and removes blind. We'll just do that to apply some DOTs. I wish you had something else to do. We gotta really work on the back line, but we're not. Good death blow.
Let us hope to finish this.
Didn't leave a
quickly.
corpse. Doblet says, I kind of wish Kingdoms mode was about vampires instead of beastmen. Well, I mean, that's basically what's going to happen in March, is it? Oh, it still applies it even if you miss and they dodge. That's incredible. Yeah, pretty much in I can't remember if it was March or April. We're going to get the second mode, the second module in Kingdoms, and then eventually we're going to get the third module, which should be Crimson Court. It'll be the vampires. They're not really vampires, but you know what I mean. Them. Connie says April.
Response.
I like it. I hope they do different things with the quests and it's not just like, hold all of these items for forever. Because that's kind of what it is now. You're just holding onto items for a long time. Traveling around the entire map, picking up pieces. I've got a good feeling about this. Why did I say that? Our team is pretty good though. The real concern, 52 crit. The real concern is gonna be making sure that we have enough things hitting the tokens on the meat post.
Abandoned or forgotten. It
10
is
relics.
ours now.
Jaxie Pants says, dill pickle potato chips for dinner because I'm an adult. I suppose. Clotting powder. Dump it, don't need it.
Consider all variables.
I don't know if I could
do it
eat just
quickly.
pickles for dinner. I do like when I go to the store getting those giant things of pickles though. Like the massive jar that's the size of like a gallon thing of milk.
Empty of hope.
I like pickles, just not that much.
Humanity.
Let us, Hearthlight will remove his stealth. We'll do a burn first. Got a crit. I hate though that you have a block token. I might just put up a taunt first. %36% chance of a crit, 46% chance of a crit. Got the kill. Didn't leave a corpse. Why is it not leaving corpses? Does your thing like remove corpses on kill? I don't understand it. Maybe that enemy doesn't leave a corpse? Seems weird. pull you. Then you can't become invisible.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Syphilis, of course. Lower health. We can remove that. It's not that hard. It's just annoying. I love that we get 4 actions before the enemy even has a chance to move. I do enjoy that. That's a 70% chance of a stun. Guaranteed crit for 39. Man, the damage is good.
A breakthrough.
Combo, weakness, blind, vulnerability, sparkle ball, sparkle ball, sparkle ball.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
I mean, oh, crit? Don't mind if I do. Why was that only 48 and not 52? Oh, because you do more damage when you were healing, and we probably didn't have a buff that we had previously.
The trail to your redemption.
Probably. Maybe you do more damage against certain types of enemies, I don't know. Straight on till morning, we have 1 item slot available in our stagecoach. This is pretty much the last time to, oh my god. This is the last time to get in items that we can actually use. After this, we're not gonna get them. We're not gonna be able to use them. Because there's not gonna be an inn. So, gonna dump, and we don't care about the burn. 1 inventory slot available. I'm just gonna stockpile whatever I can, use it all. I want the Crusader to have 10 speed. I would love it if everyone else was faster, because the Crusader, I want him to be able to crit for 50 after we purge other tokens from the boss. Under cover of night. Ugh. Well, we're gonna burn through the stealth tokens. Although an opening repartee is actually not that bad. Yeah, why not? We'll get the buff from it. On the Deadeye path, instead of giving her dodge, it gives her crit when she dodges, if you get the stealth repartee buff. So again, like, I could Stunning Blow, I could Smite, but really the backline is what we have to worry about first. I kind of want to just make sure we deal with them. Big burn, 13 burn. You're dead before you can basically act. And you did get more burn at the beginning of your turn. And you did get more burn at the beginning of your turn, so that does trigger twice. Controlled burn is going to be incredible because the boss has 3 actions per turn and it lasts for 3 rounds. We're going to be putting up a lot of burn. That was a nasty move, by the way, but it was a crit that did 30 and he's still okay. We're gonna remove the blind on him with the combo. Stun him. It failed, but that's okay. Let us pull him forward. Hopefully he can't really act from there. Brine bucket, crit for 11. Man, the crits have been kind of annoying. If you could stop that, I would be appreciative. Guaranteed crit for 49! Take out the captain. Put out a heal. Not a weakening curse, a heal. You have too much health, you can't heal. Okay, fair. Stop critting. There we go. We don't need him to be literally in the front. We'll just throw that out there. Team's looking strong. Yeah, that's what happens when you, this is a natural 100% chance to crit. This is what happens when you use infinity in items and you give everyone like unlimited buffs. I mean, I love it. She's critting for far more than the Crusader. What the heck is going on? She's critting for 40.
Scavenge what you can and be off once more.
All right, straight on till morning, straight on till morning. One inventory slot available. Mud says my swipe to text keeps adding on words. This team is looking pretty strong. Better than my swipe to text, which is every time I try to type in the word V, it says tree. It's not particularly good at its job. Well, we'll at least bring the cat to the inn before we let her go. The inn can take care of her. Mud mobile viewer confirmed. I mean, sometimes when I'm watching streams, I'll have the chat on my phone and watch on the TV.
Come what may, we are safe within these walls.
I like that. Heroes on combat start weak. Sucks. This is our last day, though.
An inn is under siege.
Is it? A couple of things that we need to do.
Learn what can be taught. That you may stand just a little
What the heck happened? Our relationships, like, were they improving? I wish it wouldn't do things if I'm not looking at the characters, because I think our relationships all reset for a bunch of people. But it's hard to tell. A couple of things first. Grave Robber and the Cultist can get more blight resist. The Cultist gets more value than you do, so a Cultist gets it. Food. -1 speed does not matter. HP matters, move resist matters for the people in the back. Take some spuds, take some spuds. Can we get more spuds? No. We can get movement resist drums, which is pretty good. +4 speed for one region. We need to remove syphilis. 25% max HP is a lot. Fatigue we can remove with our current items. Yeah, we have enough. Any heals available? No. So we're going to be entering with, whatever we have. Okay. We need to remove syphilis. We need to change 2 paths. I want you to have Arsonist. It literally just makes you better at burning. You're 100% resistant to the bleed that comes with it. At turn start, a chance to burn. If you resist the burn, you also heal. So you're going to be an Arsonist. And we're going to need Deadeye as well, because it makes the flashing daggers hits 2 positions at the back. Really good for removing tokens. Now, don't forget to also finish upgrading everyone because it resets. Good. And I'm probably going to roll Searing Strike with her because that 6 is actually 9 burn. Almost guaranteed to land, which is 27 damage on Searing Strike. Pretty good. More on a crit, of course. You have everything, you don't. I'm not going to change his paths. He's fine. Okay. Just making sure I have everything. Looks like I do. We have 17 gold. We can buy 2 things. Probably whiskey and the drum. I really don't want the occultist to move forward. So if I can give him 70% movement resist, that's actually pretty nice. The grave robber is going to be taunting and dodged. And she can move back on her own. So let's get the drum. And then who do we want to have speed buffs? Probably the occultist, so he can get heals out on people who might need it if they get pushed to the front. He could bleed though. He could bleed. I also like the runaway being fast because Hearthlight can remove dodge. So runaway's gonna get one, he's gonna get one. And I might give him another one just to make sure that we can make him move before the Crusader does. Okay. We have $7. What left? What left? What left? One whiskey. Who needs a relationship buffed by 1? You and the grave robber can get 1 more pip. So there's 1 whiskey that we can buy. We could also go for like mop and bucket. But I think I'd like to get 1 potential pip. Now the only thing we have is apples and cheese. Dude, the cat was, or the rabbit was a wasted purchase. If it was earlier in the run and we stacked up more food, it would be better. Take it, take it. Okay. Stagecoach. Chance to produce, chance to produce, chance to produce, chance to produce. Food barrels will not happen. We want to stack bandages. We don't care about producing, poultices. I guess replace that one.
Reconfigure.
Compress kit.
Meet each challenge on its own terms.
If we produce something, we might be able to use it in like 1 combat, but having equipped that, we do get better stacking of adrenaline tonic and of healing salve. You already heal. That on you is pretty nice. Let's put this on you. You're never going to die. So you can heal someone else if they need it. Although we will also be giving you the grenades probably. You're gonna open with the pocket light, and we'll give you probably the bell later on, so you can get the value from the blocks. Everyone's so fast. Okay, you have instant kill. What do we give you in... Okay, we do need to make sure we're dealing with this stuff. You don't need more heal. Debuff piercing is better. You're going to be damage. The occultist is going to heal and sparkle ball. I like sparkle ball. Pulsing heart, he could get bled. We don't need the regen, I don't think. If he ever gets hit, he can heal. Did you ever figure out what's making the corpses not appear? No. It could be something to do with like Pillager Slayer, Bloodthirsty. Maybe those enemies don't leave corpses, but I thought that they did. Some enemies are leaving corpses, not all of them. It might just be the enemies not leaving corpses. That's just what they do, and I'm just not paying attention, or not knowing, or not remembering, or whatever. You don't need murder weapon. What do we give you? You have nautical compass. Full resist, no. When stress damaged, 1 positive token. Fuddling Sundial. A heal 90% of the time, plus 2 stress 10% of the time. You're going to be critting so much, your stress is going to be coming down. I could give you a passive heal, but you don't take that much damage, and if you crit, you go stealth. And you get good dodge. Let's give you more positive tokens. I think that's okay. Finally, one more thing. Skills. We're going to be using flashing daggers because it hits 2 positions in the back. It doesn't have a crit chance bonus, but her crit chance is high by default. We don't need Dead of Night, but we'll be using like Repartee Shadow Fade. Maybe Pirouette, but we didn't get any combat items in the shops that gave us stealth, so maybe not. Absinthe and then Thrown Dagger, stuff like that. Let's not worry about it right now, though, because we still have to do the next couple of combats. Before the boss, we'll do it. Can buy nothing. Don't need to repair. Don't need it, don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. You know what? Hold my cat. We need to use the combat items that reduce fatigue to make sure we're at none when we walk into the fight. We're ready to go.
Dig deep. Find the metal.
This is the final day.
Demands.
Dawn of the final day.
Shored up against incursion. For tonight, at least.
Everyone has their maximum hero upgrades. I also like hers that applies combo if the target's burning. The target's going to be burning a lot. I think we're good. Rest. You're a good kitty, a strange med. I guess it did keep the name, didn't it? Reanimated Rabbit. Did it say the name on mouse over? I did not pay attention. Rest? Let's do it.